Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stevie and today we're going to be working on another build on my Forever Island Croissant. We have a huge neighborhood build today. There are 6 houses in total, including my house on the island, and there happens to be a cul-de-sac as well. There's tons to do today. The video is a little long, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm just going to show you here the kind of area that I mapped out. I have this portion behind resident services, which just kind of ends a little weird, but it trails to our lake that we did last time. So if you haven't watched that video, definitely go back and watch it. And it also kind of crosses as a T out to the left side, which goes behind the museum and Ketchup's little farm area. And if we go back, we have my house on the left. Right here, I'm gonna have a cute little yard and everything. And then over here is my 10th villager, Mitzi. She is so cute. I just found her on an island. And this is the kind of layout of the cul-de-sac. We first have Sheldon on the right. And over here we have Plucky's house, of course. Next we have Gonzo's house, which I do want him to leave. I just haven't gotten him to want to leave yet. And finally we have Midge's house. So I did lay out the structure of how everything is going to look because I needed to make sure I had space, but I didn't, fully do everything. So we're going to put our little construction outfit on and get to filling everything in. So I do have some inspiration images, which I will put on the screen here for you, but I kind of wanted to do this like entrance to the neighborhood and then the cul-de-sac behind it. So I'm just further putting all of the road tiles out to the left and right sides and just kind of making it like a little four-way intersection, I guess. Although I did get a little confused after and had to add like the crosswalks because the line in the middle just kind of looked a little weird, but you'll see me do that later. And the amount of times that I accidentally like paved over one of these lines actually drove me insane, so that was really annoying. But I'm just continuing that up into the cul-de-sac itself. And I don't think I'm going to have any lines in the cul-de-sac because it'll just like lead up to it and then you can drive around it, if that makes sense. Although no one on the island does drive, but you get what I mean. So I'm just continuing that out on the left side, which is behind the museum. I'm not sure what I'm going to put directly behind the museum. I don't know if it's just going to be like trees for now, maybe, just so that area is in bare because I'm not sure what to put there, especially like you won't be able to see something. So it might just be trees, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but if you have any ideas, definitely leave them in the comments because I'd love to know what your thoughts are of what I could do with the area because I'm kind of I have a blank right now. I don't know. But I think the left side, like towards the left of this area that I'm doing, might be like a little town square type deal where it can change per the seasons. So here is where I'm doing those crosswalks like I mentioned earlier. And yeah, I also realized at this point that the lines touch the crosswalk, which was bothering me. I feel like that doesn't happen in real life. And so I basically redid all of the crosswalks everywhere, which was kind of annoying. So I'm not sure if I'll keep that part in because it's just me running around basically all of the resident services area redoing them, but I just remove all of them for now and go back and fix them. All right, so I finished all of the like lower areas, so I'm just gonna fill in this top area just with the plain like dark gray, black, like charcoal. I don't know why I just named so many colors. The pavement is what I was trying to say. So I'm just filling this in and I'm going to leave one square all around the tree, which is similar to the inspiration that I showed earlier. And I do wish that this pavement kind of tile had like a edge of grass or something, if that makes sense. Also, these tiles, these corner tiles, were driving me insane. They're a different color and I don't understand why. Why do we have them in this if they're not, if they don't match? So if you guys have a suggestion of like a very similar tile pattern that I could use for roads that would work with this, let me know because I might change it again. So here I just grabbed a bunch of items that I wanted to use for this like front entrance area to the neighborhood, which were these, I think they're just called fences. And I forgot about these pillars because the pillars just look really cool. And I wanted to put some pumpkins on top, like the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin turned around, but I couldn't find any and I can't make any because I don't have the recipe. And also I didn't realize that the fences that I picked up were two different colors, so that was so annoying. Okay, so I also grabbed a ton of the other decor items that I wanted to put out. So of course I'm going to use my trusty, dusty little street lamps here. Probably should have used crosswalk signals, but they just don't really go with the aesthetic. And I'm just using the, what is this, like the spooky fence or something, all around the houses, just in the front. And I do wish I could find like a fallen leaf pile, tile pattern, whatever it's called, that you see in the inspiration, but I just also didn't look for one. So if you have one that you recommend, let me know. Maybe I could switch it out for like the seasons and stuff. And that would be really cute, just kind of like tie in the area much better. And I love the partition that I added behind the houses. I don't know why this isn't like a fence itself. It is one of my favorites. It's so pretty. I love the colors that it comes in. And it's just like a really good fencing option. And I also feel like I don't see anyone using it. It's just like a nice taller fence that doesn't have a wide footprint like the actual fences do. And I'm also not going to be using like all of them to kind of cover all behind the house because I want to be able to see them and I don't want to waste any. So you'll be able to see that there's like a little gap, but you won't see that unless like you're going behind the house and checking. So don't do that. And here I'm just adding a little tree in the corner because they don't join up, which is okay because I still really love this fence. And I think the tree in the corner anyway looks really cute. I feel like that's like a homey thing, like cute little suburban homes probably have a tree in their backyard like that. So I think it works anyway. We got our front tree and now we're putting the cute little corner tree in. And one thing that is annoying is that like there's this little gap between the tree and the fence, but I think I can cover it kind of with that little leaf pile. I think it looked okay. Um, I'm not, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think if you think it looks okay. I think it looks better than it did before with just like the open little area. And so I'm also going to be adding these to, what's her name? Mitzi's house. Just these little partitions. What are they called? Wood partition, I think. So same thing with the little gap, like behind the house. And I do want to add a tree again. So I have to move them over a little bit, which still works out because I can just shove them a little closer and then fill in the rest with the spooky fence. And I also love making like the little faux gate kind of thing with the fences. It's one of my favorite little tricks to do. If you don't do it, you definitely should because it adds like a little something something to your builds and to your fences. Okay, I picked up a bunch of pine trees, or just a few, honestly, and I'm gonna stick them kind of behind the houses here. Also, I don't know why there's so many clips of me just like standing there contemplating life. I cut out some of them so you haven't seen them, but this is like the third one that I found where I'm just like standing here just thinking. I'm like, what am I doing? But anyway, I'm gonna add some paving now to the houses, and halfway through I'm like, okay, never mind. Actually, I want some cute like paving that's unique or something. So I'm redoing the kind of gate area. And I have this path that I used for the lake. So I'm like, why am I not using this here? Duh. And I do like in the inspiration how the residence house, like the gate is kind of off-centered and then it's like a diagonal path to the house. So that's what I'm recreating here. Not great because I'm not great with the pathing, but you know, I try. So if you don't think you're great with pathing, the more you do it, the better you'll understand it and the better you'll get with it. So highly recommend. Just try it. Even if it looks dumb, because I think mine look dumb half the time, but it'll look fine, trust me. No one cares what your paths look like. And if they do, why do they care so much? I did have to move the mailbox, which I've actually never done. And I wanted this to go directly next to the fence, but it was not working and I could not get the path to go where I wanted it to. And also you can't move the mailbox. Like you can pick it up and place it, but you can't physically move it. So I just put it on the right side of my house instead. And I'm just gonna use the pathing as well for Mitzi's house, the same one that I used for my house. Just like a more normal, I guess, one. I only removed one piece of fencing and then I'm just kind of like trailing it up to her door, if that makes sense. Nothing fancy really. It's just, I think it just becomes like a blob, honestly. But we'll see in like 5 seconds. Yeah, it's basically just a giant blob, but you know, it looks cute. It gives it a little something something, like I said earlier. And so this tree also, this apple tree is bothering me, so I'm probably gonna move that later. I still haven't moved it, but I don't know. I feel like it needs a better path over there or something. So I have some decor items for Mitzi's yard. I'm not doing like a theme or anything. I'm just kind of figuring out what items I already have because if I have to go to another treasure island because I forgot something, I might lose it. I might just burn my whole island down. But I saw some cute inspo with some in-game items, some like in-game DIY items, which were the little bird bath and the clothes hanging item. So I think that would be cute for a few decor items in her yard. And now I'm just going to go around and put the kind of like rusticy looking path on the rest of the four neighbors' houses in the cul-de-sac. So I don't have a set path that I'm kind of doing for each of them or like formula. I'm just kind of making a path that makes sense for each of the homes because you can see that they're going to be all different and you can't make all of them the same based on where the door is since it's always going to be on the right side of the house. So that's why they're all a little different. If this feels all over the place, it's because it is, because I don't have like a set idea for each person's house. I'm just kind of putting down items that I am thinking about and that make sense in the moment, and then I'm going around kind of doing the same thing to each. So I did the paths for each, and now I'm just kind of laying out all of the fencing for the houses, and I'm really only doing fencing for the first two houses in the cul-de-sac because the other two I'm not sure what I'll be doing behind them yet, if I'm going to keep that second cliff area or not. So I'm not really decorating those houses as much. Okay, clearly you can see from my pockets, I did actually have to go to a treasure island, which was so annoying, but I did get a whole bunch of items. I really should do this, I think, at the beginning of like designing my island, but I feel like if I do that, then I'll have to move everything a million times, and that's just super annoying. But I got all these cute little trees. And I've actually never really used the smaller trees before because I don't like to time travel and just do a whole bunch of things. Like when I'm designing, I just want to design right now. I just want to have everything done, and that kind of makes it a little bit harder sometimes. But I'm glad I went and got all these items because now I have a million bushes and I can actually use them in my decor instead of just never using them and wanting to. Um, but I'm just placing them in little spaces. I don't know why this would not let me dig behind the tree. There is room. See, it let me dig that time. So I don't know. This game is funny sometimes. But anyway, this little area I saw, I believe, in the inspiration picture as well. And I'm just getting out some other little items that I want to use. This is kind of like a little mismatch spot with cute items that kind of work together, I guess. But again, I do wish that the pavement had like a grass edge to it that I could lay down just so it's not like this harsh edge and just like looks kind of weird. Because I think it I think it does look a little strange, but you know, I can't do too much about that now. But I also have a million of these wheat fields and I'm so happy that I picked them up because now I can kind of use those and those fit perfectly in the square area and they don't look too weird. So that works out. And if these leaves will go in the right spot, it will look even better. So I did decide actually to put some of the fencing over here behind or next to these other two houses. But again, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with the second tier. I might keep it. I just don't know what I should put up there. So please give me some suggestions in the comments. If you guys have even made it this far in the video, I greatly appreciate it. I know this video is kind of long, But anyway, I will be putting, I think, a what is it, an incline in between these two houses that goes up to the second level. And I do want to make this island actually usable for like completing the game and getting all the fish and bugs and everything. And I'm pretty sure there's like one or two fish that you can only get in like a river on the second tier of the island. So that's why I want to keep the second tier. I was actually thinking of doing this whole cul-de-sac on the second tier and then it going back down to one tier behind it. But I think the second tier up here looks fine for now. I guess I'm just, again, not sure what I would even put up there because I have all my houses down here. I think I have one house left and I can't really think of what would actually go up there. So again, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. For Plucky's house, I'm giving her a mini garden, and what's his name? I can't remember. The little gardening dude was it Leaf? Yeah, Leaf. He was on my island, so I picked up some items from him, but he only had sugarcane. So the only vegetables or like plantables I have are sugarcane and pumpkins. And I already have pumpkins somewhere else, so I just gave her the sugarcane for now. And here I'm just decorating my yard. I have a bunch of little items that I pulled out, and all the other iron items on my island are black, but I honestly just didn't feel like coloring these ones black, so they're gonna stay green for now. And I'm just making this cute little donut seating area for me to have my donut. I have my little bike with me, and I believe I'm just gonna put down some like little brick paths because I have this other path that kind of spices up any little area that's kind of missing something. Because I'm not the type to put an item in every single spot on the island because I just don't know what to put down. So that's why I'm using that. And of course, in our neighborhood, we need our garbage and recycling bins. So I had to put those out of my house and Mitzi's house. And look, I picked up the correct fence color. I was so happy that I found those. And I can finally take the other one down because it was really bothering me with the two different colors. And over here I have some other little items or some pathing that I'm going to put down here just to put something in the area just so it's not totally blank all the time. I was trying to find something to put here. I don't know if the candle really works, but I don't know. Gives it a little something something. And then I have one more set of the garbage and recycling bins that I'm just going to give to this house right here who I can't remember who lives here. I don't know if it's Gonzo, I think, or someone else. I think it's someone else. I think Gonzo is in the back. But I thought this was a super cute idea. I have all that wheat field, and I think I saw this like years ago that someone made it look like they were mowing the wheat field, like around it. So that's what I'm kind of doing right here. I think it looks so cute and silly. Look at it, like mowed some of the wheat or the grass. I don't know. I'm gonna say it looks like grass. But I love that little area. It's so cute and precious. I had no idea what to give Sheldon in his yard, so I just gave him a rock and a little fire. So his yard is done. I'm just doing very basic designs for the yards because, like, I don't know what to give everyone. I thought maybe that giant cave thing would look good over here, but alas, it doesn't. So I'm just going to extend the sidewalk and add like a little kind of seating area here with I believe it's the garden bench. I do like to use the ironwood, or not the ironwood, but the iron bench set, but I thought the dark wood on this looked really nice, especially with like the trees. And now I'm just looking for other little items that I can put next to it just to give it a little more something rather than just, a bench. So behind it, I'm putting the iron and stone fence to give it, again, a little something. And I swear I kicked the wrong tile every single time when I'm trying to pick something up. Like, I wish when you were not, like, putting a path down or something, you couldn't remove paths because it is honestly so annoying. So I did do this little path between the trees, but that one yellowy tree directly in the middle is still bothering me. I don't actually change it in this video, but I might like off screen kind of change up that area because I wish it was more of like a little path. Maybe have like a little picnic blanket there. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but I think that would look really cute. And basically here I just fill in this whole area like behind resident services with the what are these called? I don't even remember what they're called. The like little green fence. You can see what it is. But I don't go all the way because I feel like sometimes it's a waste of using all of them behind when you don't even see them. Okay, I have some street lamps, so I'm gonna throw these here. Just a little pizzazz to the area and it'll look cute at nighttime. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire build. So what am I getting out now? I don't even remember. Oh, yes. The finishing touches, all of the leaves, the leaf piles, and the wheat fields. So we're going to throw these down just so like the street isn't so bare. And hoping that they, go in the exact right spot that I want them to go because they never do. The wheat field does because it's super square, but I wish you were able to move it. But anyway, that is the whole build. So now we're going to take a little walk around and see everything that we built today. Okay, so let's start over on the left side. We have the road that extends out and my home. Super cute. We have Plucky here visiting because she wants to have some donuts and maybe a little coffee with me. Maybe we'll go on a bike ride together later. But over on the right side, all the way at the end of this road, we have a nice little seating area where you can relax after you go to the lake and this little walk-through path that you can get to the lake path at. Back over here on the left, we have some homes. We have Mitzi's home here, cute little just plain yard or like low decorated yard. We have her cute little bike here that she parked outside. And now we have our cul-de-sac. We have Sheldon's house here, very like understated, chill yard. We have Plucky's yard here with her little mini garden. She's growing some sugar cane. I think this is Gonzo's house here, and then I don't remember her name, but the little pink bird that we saw behind this house, that's her. And we just have her, she like half mowed her yard, so she's got to finish that, I think, at some point. But yeah, that is the whole build. And it was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was super fun to make. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!